Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm LadySmitan, and today we are doing a speed build, which is another build request, which was requested by FluffyBunny on YouTube, and they asked me to build them a family home that was under 50,000 simoleons and didn't use any packs that came out after Dine Out, so stuck to that as much as I could. Didn't use any items that I couldn't use, I remember that much, but I kind of went a little bit over budget. Just a tiny bit, like, 7,000 simoleons-ish. But I'm not sure if that is because of the lot as well. Like, maybe if I'd done it on a smaller lot, it'd be cheaper, blah blah blah, all that kind of stuff. So if you want it to be exactly like 50,000, you'll have to go in and delete some items. But it was very bland without the few things I added in extra. And I think you actually see, like, I had the original amount of 50,000, which was what I was trying to stick to, because I had a sim who's at the front. Just random, no one important, and was sticking to it as best I could originally, but then when I'd finished and I'd used up all that money, I had a quick check and it was like, oh no, the house only costs like 43,000 or something in the house information. So I was like, added a bit of extra money, and you'll see later on that I just keep adding and adding small amounts of money, like 1,000 here, 1,000 there, to try and just make it better. I suppose is what I'm trying to say. I just made a little generic family home. It's not exactly stylized to any particular look. I think I might have googled something off the internet and sort of followed that. I can't quite remember. I just kind of went with it and was just adding things on as I was going and trying to make it look right for what I wanted. And yeah, fiddling with roofing, and stairs and stuff, and trying to keep the house small but not too small because I wanted there to be space. Like, I didn't want it to be cramped in there. But I feel it worked out quite well. You can see there that I was selecting all the things that I could use, so like spa day and stuff, so all the things before Dine Out. I wasn't using any of the later packs like City Living or Vintage Glam or anything like Kids Room or anything. So there's 3 bedrooms in this house. There is a sort of child/nursery room, so it's got like a crib in it and a child's bed and some toys and things in there. Then there is more of a like tween or teen bedroom, so a slightly older child or a teen bedroom, which is, I guess, more masculine in appearance, but you could have either, doesn't really matter who is in there, and you can change it if you want. I just sort of wanted to have some sort of scheme going on. I don't want to do too generic, and I suppose I should work on doing that sort of stuff, but I just didn't feel like it, to be honest. Adding in a little fireplace, because, that makes it look more homely and cute, and I like that. There's just some basic trees around the house, and the garden's quite plain as well, I believe, when I finish it. This is the 3rd video I'm recording today, so if I'm not sounding as enthusiastic, that is why. I just finished recording a City Living episode, which I don't know if I'll be putting this video up before the City Living episode or afterwards, but either way, they'll both be up next week, because I'm Sunday currently for me, and I'm uploading a build video for a house that I'm using in City Living that I made currently, so that'll be possibly up today, though my internet's awful, so it might not be up till, well, today for me, and I don't know what day for you guys. Like, maybe Sunday, maybe not. They asked for 3 bedrooms and I think 2 to 3 bathrooms, but I think I might have put 3 or 4 in. I think I put 3 in, because I started putting downstairs bathrooms in, which is just like, your basic toilet and sink. Just easier to have something downstairs for your Sims when they're like busy doing stuff. There's a dining room off to one side, lots of archways leading into each room, and I feel a bit bad because it does look sort of empty in lots of the rooms, which isn't great, I know. I was trying my best to figure out the layout and stuff that I wanted to do. Sorry if I just yawned a bit there, I'm very tired, very tired. Basic kitchen, sort of neutral colours. I didn't get given a list of certain things for they just said they wanted a growing family, so they wanted to have 3 bedrooms, so they've got the master bedroom for the parents and then the 2 kids rooms, as they said. I didn't really know what else they wanted. They did mention, FluffyBunny did mention, to gear it around a writer and a comedian sim, and I know it probably doesn't look much like either of those things, but there is a desk with a computer on for the writer and a bookcase in the living room, and there is also a microphone stand in the bedroom for the comedian to practice by the mirror. It's the best I could do with the like money and scale of the place. So hopefully you like it, FluffyBunny, and if you don't, I'm really sorry, I tried my best, and if you don't, just like message me, tell me any extra information that you want me to add into it, and I'll like do another one, and we'll just leave this one as a random one. Just a random small house. I believe I called it Modest Family, so it's like Modest Family Home, because it's nothing over the top, but it's not exactly super cheap either. I do like it. It's very simple, I suppose. Like, I feel it would be quite easy to edit to the tastes of your Sims, and nothing's over stylized, which is quite good. And it's small and cozy, which is nice. It's probably very much like an English home, I suppose. It doesn't look like that from the exterior, but the interior is sort of what I'd say we have in England, where it's quite small, I guess. To Americans, we've got quite cramped little houses, I suppose, in comparison. But you know, we fit in them, it's fine, it's good. This is the little nursery area and the 2 kids' bedrooms that I'm laying out at the moment. Yeah, it's really hard to talk about builds sometimes when there isn't much going on, and I've pretty much listed off all the things that were requested and what this build is and why I'm doing it, sort of thing. I've already mentioned all of that, and I'm still getting used to doing voiceovers again. I'm not sounding as enthusiastic because I'm tired, which kind of sucks, and I apologise. There's like a ensuite bathroom there, and then there's a bathroom. Well, maybe there's more. Maybe there's 4 bathrooms, like downstairs toilet and then 3 bathrooms upstairs, possibly. Yep, there is. Cool. So 2 with showers, 1 with bath. Because I don't know. Some Sims like baths, some Sims like showers. I, as a human, personally like showers. I'm not really into baths. Feels a bit weird. And now, which this I built before Toddlers came out. I built it like 4 weeks ago, so I'm really sorry this is taking me so long to get to it. And get it finished and get it up, and I need to put it on the gallery still, so I will do that as well if I remember to after this, and if not, I'll do it tomorrow when I have to record more stuff, possibly. I've got another video to record, but I'm feeling pretty wiped out, so I might do that tomorrow instead, which is a vintage glamour industrial apartment in city living sort of thing that I did when Vintage Glamour came out, and again, it's been like weeks since that came out, but I've just been busy, not had the time, sadly, to do it all. Kept all the bathrooms quite plain, similar colour schemes, didn't want to... Sort of, I guess when people do have their bathrooms renovated in their house, they tend to all look similar, like you wouldn't have completely different ones unless there was like a particular person asking it to be different, but you know, I just kept it generic. Very light blue, calming master bedroom, sort of like greys and blues going on in there. I didn't want it to like over stylized, as I said, so I felt like this is quite an easy colour scheme to change to what you want, and the furniture is base game, so all very easy to switch around as well if you wanted to add in more expensive beds from different packs that you've got and all that kind of stuff. And it was very difficult, as I said, doing some of the decoration because I couldn't spend loads of money. Like, as you see, now I have like 6,000 simoleons and we're only just doing the master bedroom. Like, there's still everything else to do. Ugh, budgets are hard, guys, really hard. So I did my best, and I look forward to doing more sort of budget challenges in the future. They are fun, and if you do want me to do anything, you have a request for a build, just let me know down below in the comment section, or you can message me on SimsAmino, or I don't think I have an email address on here, but you can message me on Twitter as well. My Twitter's down in the description, along with my Amino name and all that kind of stuff, so you can message me on all of them, and I will get to your request as soon as I can, which I look forward to anyone who does request anything. It is fun. I do enjoy it. I enjoy like creating things for people, because for me it's like I can make a house for myself and for my gameplay, which is like great and all, but I like the challenge of designing stuff around other people's wants and tastes and hoping that I like hit the brief for them and that kind of stuff. I don't know, it's just fun in my opinion. So just doing the exterior of the house. I think I don't do any garden till the very end, perhaps, I can't remember. And I did in my own gameplay. I think I moved a family in. I can't remember, but I have edited a bit in my own gameplay, so I've added in a few more items, I've added in a bit more in the garden, so it's a bit more expensive, the version that I've played in, and also edited it so it's got a toddler bedroom in, because, you know, toddlers are new, toddlers are cool, I've gone on about them a lot, I apologise for going on about them so much. A nice white colour, I didn't even know what colour I went for. I think I might have gone for the white actually, or the grey. Yeah, white and grey, sort of. Kitchen. Gosh, I am really struggling with this voiceover and I am sorry. And I noticed there I shoved that window out the way so I could put that in, and then I totally forgot to move it by the end of the video, but I caught it before I saved the build. So when I upload it, that window should not be accessing the living room from the kitchen, which is a bit weird. I suppose that happens in some houses, but it wasn't meant to in this one. It does get moved. There's lots of blue schemes in this house because blue is my favourite colour, so I do it a lot. I also find it a very like calming, neutrally type colour. I know some people say gender stereotypical that it's for boys, but it's not. I don't think any colour's for anyone. Just like whatever you like sort of thing. I'm basically about that, about all aspects of that kind of thing, so like, you know, as long as you're not hurting anyone, it's cool, do what makes you happy. Just trying to get my colour scheme sorted, make it all look right. I'm getting a bit of a dry throat, so if I'm starting to sound raspy and gross, that is why. I've spent ages trying to figure out what schemes to do for like the rooms, because I tried to keep them neutral, and I was like, nah, neutral looks meh, don't like it. And then I went for the grey and blue and orange sort of scheme, because I changed this bed to one of the other beds, like one of the kids' beds, which is the blue set with the orange guitar on. I like that set a lot because it's my favourite colour scheme, so I changed it to that. I changed the dresser as well, put that blue wall in, make it a little bit more exciting, more childish. So this one is a bit themey, I guess, because it's got the orange and blue scheme going on with the hints of grey, but I wasn't able to make it super neutral, and I didn't want to have like two really kiddie bedrooms. I wanted to have one that was possibly for like an older child, someone maybe about to be a teen or a young adult that still lives with them or whatever. I just didn't want it to all be like super kiddie. And again, I suppose it's not quite gender neutral, might look a bit more masculine, but it can be gender neutral, or you can change the colour scheme if you really want to and make it whatever you want. Everything else is quite gender neutral though throughout the house. Like the kids' room is, the parents' room, living room, kitchen. Lots of blue schemes because, as I said, obsessed with blue. It's a cool colour. Literally cool, and I think it is cool. I checked a couple of times to make sure that the house looked right on the save thing, and did very basic landscaping here because we didn't have a lot of money to go crazy with the landscaping, but I didn't want it to be naked either. Just, you can't have a house without some sort of plants going on, otherwise it just, I don't know, it doesn't look complete to me. It doesn't feel finished if you do that. So I just sort of like kept with the daisies, and I can't remember what that like overgrown grassy stuff's called, and I used the terrain paint there to sort of like create a little area where they can, this is where I start adding loads of money in and I keep checking the prices, and this is me putting cheats in. I've only just noticed the parts of the screen have cut off. That's not good. Ugh, sorry guys, that is really rubbish, and I will hopefully have that fixed in the next video. I don't think it was cut off for the whole thing, but it's cut off for the second half at least, so that is not the best, but I just kept adding in little bits of money, putting in bits of furniture. You can see the most important part of what I'm doing anyway, which is the decorating, and I sort of keep gearing kids' rooms towards music. I don't know why. I'm personally not particularly musical. I've always wanted to play piano, never did, and I have hands that are too small. They won't reach all the keys, so I probably won't ever play the piano properly. But yeah, I keep gearing it all towards musical and creativity and that kind of stuff. Possibly because I just like this clothing style of like, you know, like the rockery punk kids. I think it's really cute, the stuff that came with kids' room stuff, and then stuff that comes in city living for like teenagers and things. Then very little kids' room here, just generic, sort of kept it. I suppose there's like a football lamp, so which could make it like it's a little boys' room if you really want it to be that stereotypical, but I tend not to be, so just kids' room, kids' furniture. Just ran out of money again, added in a little bit extra. I kept trying to make sure I hadn't gone too over the budget, so it's about 57,000 simoleons, as I said, by the end of the build. But you can go in and take stuff out if you need to, and I am sorry that I won't have a budget, and in future I will do my best to stick to that budget if I'm given one. But it just looked barren. It looked like the type of builds I used to do when I first started playing The Sims, and I didn't know how to decorate, and I just like, you know, had the basic furniture, so there wasn't any decor pieces, there wasn't any like wall art or anything, there wasn't any rugs. It's just literally a dining table and chairs, or a shower and a toilet, because I was like, they don't even need to use the sink, they can use the sink in the kitchen, all that kind of stuff, which is gross. I don't suggest that you do that in real life, so I don't see why I want my Sims to do it either. And now it's just like, I like the homey touches of decorating properly and trying to make it look usable and a bit cluttered, because in real life people's houses are cluttered. We haven't all got show homes, it's just not a thing. And anyone who does live in quite a show home type house doesn't feel homey, in my opinion. That's just me. There was literally no decoration in the upstairs hallway because I couldn't afford it. So you might want to add pictures and stuff and plants and things in there if you so desire, to make it a little bit more homey feeling for your Sims. And I didn't struggle like sticking to the items, it was just struggling sticking to the budget because of the lack of things that I could afford in there. And I suppose if I had a smaller house I could have a smaller budget, but I needed to be this size to fit the family and not be playing in a tiny box, because who wants to play in a teeny tiny box house? I suppose that's what I used to play in, but nowadays it's not what I want to do. I tend to I say build medium houses. I haven't built a mansion, and maybe one day I will build a mansion, but I'm not at that skill level just yet, I don't think. So I just build sort of like decent sized family homes, and I suppose the biggest lot I've ever built on is like 40 by 50. So I've never done a 64 by 64 lot. I maybe will do one day if I'm brave. Oh, that was a bit of a weird moment there. I think I accidentally... My mouse has been acting all crazy in my Sims game, so every now and again I'm clicking the wrong things. And anyway, I should shut up because we've got screenshots now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like or comment and let me know what you think. Let me know if you want me to do any requests for you or what sort of builds you'd like to see in the future. And if you're new and you're not subscribed, then please subscribe if you'd like to see more. It'd be really awesome and I'd be really grateful. So hope you guys like this, and thanks. Goodbye.